Most of the dudes that commit violence against women are closeted, just to let y'all know. They don't look at a woman and see feminine energy. They don't look at a woman and feel feminine energy, because feminine energy they're actually not attracted to. But because they hate themselves so much, that's why they commit violent acts. A perfect example of this is a dude like Aaron Hernandez. I mean, he apparently was banging his quarterback in high school and suppressed that shit. But when dudes suppress who they are, they become violent, man. Because they don't like who they are. So they don't just commit violent acts against women, they commit violent acts against everybody. And a lot of these red pill dudes think they like women. And because they get rejected by all of them, what do? They become these lonely losers that go commit violent acts all the time. Another perfect example is this dude named Lou in the penitentiary. And Lou was in there for murder. He had a life sentence out of New York. And he ended up transitioning in the penitentiary. He was transgender. And he changed his name from Lou to Lily. And he started getting treatment in there. And Lily was a wonder to be around. Lou was not. Lou, you had to be on eggshells at all fucking times. And he was a violent dude. And when he turned into Lily, everything changed, man. And I know all these red pill loser motherfuckers like, oh, like, yeah, you'd rather run into Lily all day than Lou. So the importance societally of allowing the LGBTQIA community to be who they are is important. Because if everybody was just who they are without the stigma attached, violence in this country would probably be cut by 80%. Just to let y'all know. So if your dude hits you, he don't like girls.
Hey y'all, I'm the Sovereign Woman. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be another episode talking about DL and closeted men. I talk about this a lot. I've talked about it in the past. I tend to lose subscribers whenever I have this conversation. But if you've been following me for a while, you know I don't get no fuck. I'm going to keep talking about it because this is very important for women to know in order to keep women safe. That's the whole point. It's always better when it comes from men because women, especially those who are male identified, seem to listen to men when they say stuff and not women when we say it first. We say it way before the men do. And you're like, oh no, you're bitter. Oh no, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you sound negative. But then a man can come out and say the exact same thing, same wording, same cadence, same accent, same everything. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, if a man said it, it's gospel. So that's the only reason why typically why I will feature men on my videos because, you know, y'all listen. So here, straight from the horse's mouth. Now, a lot of these men are themselves on the down low and they just don't want to come out and tell the truth. But, you know, they will out the quote unquote other down low brothers. And they do it because it's a money grab on social media. Either way, it doesn't matter. As long as it's coming from men, I know y'all will listen. So I got a few more stitches that I am going to share with you guys. And the point of this is to help keep women safe. The more we talk about it on social media, the more we see it portrayed in movies, the more books that are written about it, the more we constantly hear the signs, the red flags of DL men, the more women will become privy to it. And when you are aware of things, you can better protect yourselves, so on and so forth. So let me get into these stitches.
You know the scariest thing about DL men? They don't believe that they're gay. Like, they put it in their mind that they're not gay.
And he's absolutely right. These men will be sexually active with other men, look you dead in your eyes, and tell you that they are not gay. And while there's nothing wrong with being gay, being down low is manipulative, deceptive, and delusional. These are some of the reasons why, as a straight woman, I am scared of men on the down low. First of all abusive men are on the down low. If he ever so much as pushed you down, he likes sucking. DL men will pursue the fuck out of a straight woman. They will want to be around you every single day. They will blow your phone up every single day. They gonna text back fast. They will be outside your front door with a boombox in the rain. They want to secure you as a cover-up to use you as their beard and their trophy to attract other men. Number 2, DL men hate condoms. Think about it. He already don't like coochie. He got to fight to stay hard, take 100 honey packs, and be on all type of ED medication. You put a condom in the mix, they gonna claim how they hate condoms, it doesn't feel good with the condom, because they're used to booty hole. And booty hole and coochie feel different. Sad thing is they be telling the man they with that they hate condoms too. They don't use condoms with anybody. Again, I'm not talking about openly gay men. I'm talking about men on the down low. Number 3, DL men will have their boyfriend right in your face. You be worrying about a side bitch. You need to be worried about his best friend who he be chilling with every weekend. That's who really be getting their back blown out. Number 4, DL men love jail. They find an empathetic woman out here in the free world that's gonna ride or die for them while they in jail, and you taking their phone calls, sending them money, sending them packs. Whole time that him and his boyfriend playing house in the jail cell. Number 5, DL men will unalive anybody who outs them. It doesn't matter if it's their boyfriend, their wife, their girlfriend, their side piece, your grandma, your kids, your mom. Y'all gotta go. And I hate when they say DL men don't come out the closet because of the way us women will react. You are not scared of us, sir. You are scared of your straight homeboy beating your ass. And in 2025, you should know that there are women that will accept you for being bisexual or whatever. And there are men that will accept your lifestyle as well. We really do not give a fuck. We just give a fuck that you keep lying.
So I wanted to touch on a few things she said. Sis spoke a whole word, okay? No lie told, no lie found. Every word I totally agree with and have been telling y'all since I've been on this platform, okay? Now, I remember, and I think I told this story before, maybe a year ago or something like that on YouTube. I remember I was working with a woman, and she used to come to work and brag about another guy that worked there who was a CNA. We were all CNAs, and he was handsome. You know, he was attractive. He wasn't my type. The nigga thought he was Pimp C. So if y'all don't know who Pimp C is, just go type Google Pimp C. He died. He was and still is my favorite male rapper of all time. Top of the list for me personally. But anyway, he was very funny. He always wore these fur coats and all that stuff, and he was just over the top. And he used to always out DL dudes in the industry, which is why a lot of us secretly believe that's why he was killed, but that's a whole other topic. Okay. Um this man at this job he used to think he was Pimp C, like the way he used to dress. So he used to laugh at him. So he wasn't my type. He was very feminine to me. And I'm not trying to be funny, but male CNA, they're dead giveaways. I don't care if they have a wife. I don't care if they have a son. I don't care. I don't care. Like, male CNAs are a dead giveaway for me personally. But she used to come to work and she used to brag about how they were messing around because it was a few other women in the nursing home that liked him as well. And she thought she was winning because they were effing all the time. She used to come to work and she used to brag that all they did was enter the back door. I'm trying to be PG. He liked to enter her back door. And I think she thought that saying that was going to deter other women from being attracted to him. Now, from what I understand, other women still effed with him anyway, which that's a whole other topic. But anyways, y'all. I'm sorry, but if a woman come at me and tell me that personal thing about a dude, chances are I'm already not attracted to him anyway. But even if I was, that would turn me completely off because I don't want to know that. And now that I know that, I'm just not interested. But these women were still chasing after him because they didn't care. Okay. So she thought she was flexing. And I think she thought that if she told people that that's what they do, other women wouldn't want him. It didn't work. It didn't work. Okay. So she used to brag about this at least once a week. Somehow that guy's name would come up in the midst of a conversation and she would brag about it. And so I'm petty. Y'all know I am the pettiest chick you'll ever meet in your life. So I finally decided to say something. I was like, doesn't that concern you? And she was like, what concerns me? What concern me? Like that. And I was like, that he only wants to enter your back door. That's not the words I use either, by the way. I was like, wouldn't you be concerned that he prefers your back door over your vagina? I think that's kind of weird. Everybody, I'm not going to say everybody, a lot of us were thinking this, and we used to discuss it amongst ourselves when she wasn't around, but nobody had the guts to say it to her. They used to just be like, well, you have to each his own, do your thing, girl. But I finally said something because I'm like, aren't you concerned? And she just looked at me, and I was like, yeah, I think I would be very concerned, and I would be offended that a man would choose my back door over my actual, like, lovely God-given, you're supposed to worship coochie. I'm sorry, you're supposed to be fawning at the vagina, and a straight man would fawn over a woman's vagina. The last place he's going to be thinking about is entering your shit tunnel, is what I like to call it. That's the last thing he's going to want to do. So anyway, she never liked me anyway, but she really hated me after that, and she stopped talking about that guy around me. And I started to notice that, and I got a kick out of it because, first of all, I don't want to hear it no way. Secondly, I know I made her feel stupid, and because I said it out loud, a lot of other women was like, "Oh, I never thought about that. You might be right." And so it killed her whole little so-called flex, which that was the point of me saying something. But I was also very serious about, shouldn't you be concerned? Like, I was really wanting her to think about that. But she's one of those chicks. So if you're one of those chicks that, even if you enjoy it, even if you like it as a woman, understand that that man is 99.99999% on the down low. Because at the end of, I don't care if it's your husband, I don't care how long you've known him, I don't care if y'all are 50, 40 years old, you've been knowing him since second grade, the man is on the down low. And if he has not actually experimented with men in the physical form, he dreams about it, he fantasizes about it, and he's probably scared to do it, so he's using you as his backshot buddy, if you will. Because that's what men will do. That's what most of them, they will use a woman as the thing that they really want to do. That's why a lot of times men will have women role play and dress up like 12-year-old schoolgirls or 16-year-old schoolgirls and all, and y'all think it's spicing up the relationship. No, he has to do that in order to get off, because he's not actually into you. I want y'all to really think about it. And now here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with role playing in and of itself, but you have to pay attention to what they want you to role play into, right? The schoolgirl, or they're trying to F you from the back, or that type of stuff. You just got to really pay attention to what they want you to be, because that means that's the only way they can get off. If you're not doing all of those things, and they have a hard time staying hard, or they have a hard time getting in the mood or whatever, that is because they don't like you. They're either not attracted to you at all, or they're just not attracted to women in general. So that's something for y'all to think about. It's not to shame you as a woman. I know a lot of women have been socialized to cater to men's needs. We've all been like brainwashed to socialize, brainwashed and socialized to care about what men want and how we're supposed to please them no matter what, because what you won't do, another bitch will, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm here to tell you, another chick will anyway. If that's what they want to do, they're going to cheat on you anyways. And also, just know 9 times out of 10, the man is gay. Okay? I just want y'all to think about it. Just think about it. Just think about what I'm saying. Nothing is cute about giving in to these men's desires. Okay? The whole condom thing that she spoke about is true as well. I don't think men or women particularly like condoms. We use them because we have to. We use them because of the kind of world we live in, and the fact that we're, living amongst a lot of men. A lot of them don't take care of themselves. They don't wash correctly. They don't go to the doctor. they will F anything. You have to be very careful. And, if you just like a guy and you just use a condom, no matter what, a lot of stuff you just don't have to worry about. And I'm not saying it's 100% foolproof, but I'm saying you don't worry as much when you know you've been protecting yourself to the best of your ability, because you never know what a man is doing. The point of condoms is that you don't know what that person is doing and you don't know what they have. You don't know. So you're just protecting yourself. They may have nothing. They may be perfectly healthy, but just be safe. Okay? So what she said about that is true. A lot of these men don't like to wear condoms with women because they typically don't wear them with their homies. They don't wear them with their best friends or the guys that they're the male escorts or the male transgenders that they're sleeping with. They don't have to. So, when they get with you, it's like, oh, this is hard to do. And if they can't stay hard, that's another indicator that lets you know right there that they don't use condoms at all, probably with anyone else. And so you should absolutely be making him use a condom because he's not used to wearing them. And just pay attention to those types of signs, please. If you're still dealing with men, I know a lot of us are still dealing with men in some capacity. If you're going to deal with them in that way, just protect yourself no matter what. Don't listen to other men say. Just get yours, get what you came for. Be safe, be smart about it, and keep it pushing. That's the best advice I'll ever be able to give in that regard. And the last thing that I wanted to touch on was the part where she said that a lot of times y'all may hear men blaming women as to why men don't come out of the closet. What she said is absolutely true. It has nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with them not wanting to be cast down to the bottom of the hierarchy that men put each other on. That's it. They don't want to be seen as the punk or the feminine man, or he has no masculinity, or he's weak. They don't want to be seen as whatever those men are going to call them or what category those men are going to put them in. They don't want to be that. They don't have nothing to do with us at all. Trust me. And also because there are plenty of women out there who are naive when it comes to men wanting to enter their back door, or men who have a bunch of women. They think, oh, there's no way he's gay because he has all these women. Women are naive to this stuff. These men, they bed hop. And there's another clip that I wanted to share, but you know what? I'm going to make a part 2 immediately following this one because this video is getting too long. I'm definitely going to do a part 2, so look out for that. There's more clips for me to feature. But yeah, so this has nothing to do with women. Don't let any man gaslight you into thinking, oh, it's about women. Women are so accepting of gay men. A lot of us have at least one gay friend. Some of us have a bunch of gay friends. We have gay relatives of some kind that we love and adore. It has nothing to do. No, we want you to come out. We want you to come out. There are some desperate male identified pick me chicks who will turn the other cheek, and they don't want people to know, and they don't want to know because if they face the truth, they will realize that the vast majority of men are on the down low and they just can't accept that. So they will, try to hide from that as well. But for the most part, straight women want men to come out and be themselves. The world would be a better place. Like the violence against women would go down just like the man said in the very beginning. I've been saying this for a long time. There's been other people way before me who has been saying the same thing. That if men were allowed to be who they are, and they didn't have all these pressures in society about their sexuality, or they're supposed to be a protector, and they're supposed to be rich, and they're supposed to be a provider, and they would not take their anger out on women and girls like they do, or children. They just wouldn't. The world would be a safer, better place. But these men feel pressure, and when you constantly put pressure on something, eventually it bursts at the seams. And that's when these men snap. And I'm not making excuses for them, but that is the reality of it. That's the reality. These men do these horrible things to women. They take people out, off the planet when they out them. And they do all of that because they are under pressure to be something that they are naturally not. Men are not natural leaders. Men are not natural protectors. They are natural predators. They have to go through life suppressing their demonic desires and all this other crap that they're constantly fighting every day. And like I said, I'm not making excuses for them. I'm pointing this out so that you as women can be aware and stay the fuck away from these men. That's why I'm telling you. Because a lot of them are not going to do the necessary work to get help. They are not going to fix themselves. So, and you know, you trying to come in and fix them, you're only going to harm yourself in the process. You're just going to end up collateral damage because they have to want to help themselves, and most of them don't. So that's why I share this type of content. But I'm going to end it here. Be on the lookout for part 2. Subscribe if you have not. Like, share, leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys think, and I will catch you guys in the next one.
All together, girls. 1, 2, 3. Fuck these men on the internet.